How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to Catching Cars. My name is Isaiah, and this right here is the key to our test vehicle today, which is a 2022 Skoda Kodiaq RS. And the reason I'm sitting back here is because recently I did my 7 Series video, and I was sitting in the back showcasing the amenities and the features and the room. You don't get all the features with this, but this leg room is insane. You get insane leg room back here. You have a nice little armrest, 3 little cup holders here. This middle one's pretty small, probably for like a Red Bull or something like that, a little can. And you have these nice little, I guess, neck holders here, or whatever you want to call them, for your head to rest on when you're sleeping. It's insane. Skoda thinks of so many things. But we're going to go ahead, take this thing out on the Autobahn, see how it goes, get a quick acceleration run, and then I'm going to come back and tell you guys what I think of the Skoda Kodiaq RS. Before we get going, be sure to subscribe to Catching Cars. We're already on the Autobahn. Let's go ahead and get in that acceleration run. The Skoda Kodiaq RS, or VRS as some people call it. Where do I start with this? This is an insanely good vehicle. Being honest, this is probably the best vehicle that Skoda makes currently. I already said that I liked the regular Kodiaq with the 2-liter diesel. Now the VRS used to have a 2-liter diesel as well with 239 PS. This one is now the engine that we get from the GTI, so the 2-liter TFSI EAA 888 engine. 245 PS in this, so a bit more horsepower, but it does have a bit less torque. I'll have all the numbers down in the description below. And I'm not sure about that change, because I think the diesel was better on fuel economy. I mean, it definitely was, and it fits an SUV, or suits an SUV quite well. Now, I do like this engine as well, but talking about fuel economy, so the fuel economy here, we're averaging right around 12 liters right now. I was able to get this down to about 8.5, 9 liters, but you have to go really slow and have it coasting a lot. So you see now, if I go below 130 kilometers an hour, somewhere around that mark, and I let go of the gas, it'll coast. And I really like that feature. I think that's very, very nice, very fuel efficient. And so for some reason, it's very calming. I love that feature. But with the diesel, we had that feature as well, and the fuel economy was just much, much better. So I'm not sure about that switch to this TFSI engine. Now, it is a bit faster on paper compared to the diesel, but I think in the real world, there's not that big of a difference. Now, this one does sound better, but that's only because we have a sound generator in the back, actually. So it's not coming through the speakers. That sound is actually coming from the exhaust. So if I put it in sport mode here, or in my individual mode, I have that sound on as well, because I did like it so much. But I floor it now. That sound is actually coming from the exhaust. Some people say it sounds like a V8 engine. I think it's mimicking more of the 5 cylinders that we have in some Audi models and also some of the Cupra vehicles now. So I think that's more what it sounds like, or maybe a mix out of a V8 down low, but then up at the higher rev range, it does sound like a 5-cylinder engine, definitely. But if we go ahead and put it in eco mode, that sound is completely gone. So now I floor it. All you hear is the actual engine note, which is really not that loud anymore. You don't really get much from it. But it is still plenty powerful. However, this thing does not feel like a rocket ship. It is fast from 0 to 100, but then it does slowly start to taper off for some reason. I think, you know, a lot of that power goes towards the weight of this thing and also the 4-wheel drive system, and obviously this is a fairly big SUV, so it's definitely no sports car. However, it does handle nice in the corners as well. You do get a little bit of that GTI feeling still, and overall I just really love this vehicle. Like I said, nice features everywhere, the things to hold your head there in the back while you're resting, and Skoda just thinks of everything. I mean, they have so many clever features, umbrellas in the doors. You have these cup holders here with like these little knobs to so you can open a bottle one-handed, and everything just works. The climate controls are still nice knobs. I would prefer a knob here to turn down the volume or turn up and down the volume, but I mean, that's really nitpicking. The navigation system and everything works quite well. However, when you do start up the vehicle, it does take a while to load up. So this thing is really slow when you first start up the vehicle, but after a few minutes it's quite responsive and decent. Other than that, the assistance systems can be turned off here by a button, and then you just scroll down. So that's a decent way to do it. I can turn off everything here if I want to. I don't have to go look for it in the screen. Now, I would still prefer to be able to hold this button for, like, let's say 5 seconds or 3 seconds and everything just shuts off. Have a button here or here, that would be great, like I say. But this is definitely decent, much better than looking for it in the infotainment system. And overall, yeah, this is still an old school kind of feeling SUV. Now, it's not a body on frame, don't get me wrong. This is still the same platform as the Golf GTI, I believe. But like I said, this one is 4-wheel drive, so more comparable to maybe a Golf R, but it's definitely not that fast. You could do some light off-roading in this, but I think most people just drive these on the roads anyway, like most people do with their SUVs. And like I said, this is one of my favorite SUVs. You can get it with 7 seats, has plenty of room. This is a perfect SUV, to be honest. I can't find any major flaws. It's not too expensive. It does everything well. You know, material quality is decent. You have this nice Alcantara here. Now, of course, this is the RS or VRS model, and it is fairly well equipped, but I mean, this is squishy, nice soft touch. The steering wheel feels great. You have a nice armrest, soft Alcantara on the seats, really nice. Now the door handle that's cheap plastic. I don't know why exactly the door handle had to be cheap plastic, but everything else just feels decent, solid made, and I really love this vehicle. The Canton sound system in here as well. I did complain about the sound systems in previous Skoda models that I had. Huge thanks to Skoda for this press vehicle, by the way. I did complain about the Canton system in those because the bass was just not heavy enough, but this one sounds insanely good. And like I said, overall, this is really a very nice SUV, and I am very sad I will have to be returning this to Skoda tomorrow. Please let me keep it. So yeah, I can definitely recommend this vehicle. Be sure to check out the Skoda Kodiaq, preferably the VRS model, but also the other Kodiaqs were really nice. Try not to get a base model maybe, but you know, get a nice, decent, powerful engine, maybe the 200 PS diesel, or this VRS now with the petrol-powered engine, the automatic 4-wheel drive, and you'll have a really good and capable SUV. So that'll be it for today, guys. Be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and a comment down below. What do you think of the VRS? Do you prefer it with the diesel? Do you like it the way it is now with the GTI engine? And yeah, would you take a different 7-seater vehicle in this price range over this one? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.